God, I hate sanding. I hate sanding. I'm gonna try to not up that edge too bad. I might sand in it and cut it in right here. Oh, we've had cats in the garage. How dirty this is. Goodness. Boy, it's been a minute since I worked on this thing. Holy cow, I forgot what I was doing. Now on the other side, let me show you what I did on this side. These body lines on these old Mopars are terrible, right? And this body line here in particular, on this fender, was huge. You see it opens up right here. But I actually added to the door here and closed this gap up because it was really tight up here. And then it was like almost a ½ an inch right here. So I actually put a sliver of metal in there to close that gap up and make it better. It's not perfect, but you can see here it opens up a little bit. And that's just the nature of these old cars, man. They're, you know, back in the day they used shims to line things up because nothing fit together, and nowadays you put it on, you put a bolt in it, and there's very little adjustment. You see this door's got all the masking tape on it, and remember what I said the other day about masking? Now I'm gonna have a hell of a time getting that masking tape off. Oh, this here probably won't be too bad. Let me see. It's not going to be great, but yeah, it'll come off. The adhesive is still kind of pliable, so wherever the sun hadn't hit it, it's going to be fine. You can see where the color difference is here. This has been affected by UV light, and now the adhesive is hardened on it, and it will not come off readily. I know I tried a couple times, and I painted the inside of this door already. I really don't want to do it again, but I'm probably going to have to do at least this top section. And these old cars, these old Mopars too, that just the door panel goes here in the top of the door, and I think the bottom part here is painted metal. It's like the dash. There's a dash pad, but the dash itself is metal. That's painted in the trailer, ready to go back in. The steering column's been powder coated. This is going to be problematic. I'm going to tape back over it, but after I get, you can see the inside of this part of the door has been painted, and so I don't really have to do much there. And then all this seam has been filled. This seam has been filled. And I really can't get to the rocker too good unless the door's open all the way. I don't think I can get it open all the way here. I even got this sanded, so I need to take the door, the door with the hinges and everything out. And I think to before I can prime it. Let's see here if I can see the hinges. I can't really see the hinges. Maybe you can see the hinges. You see any drill holes? 1/8-inch drill holes through the hinge into the body? I don't think I do. I know they're... They might be in the hinge itself, into the door. But either way, I need to pull those out and either sandblast them, just something I can do before I get rid of my blasting cabinet, and powder coat them or paint them. Half an hour in. Alright, short day today. So I got a freaking mountain of things that I need to do before the wife gets home. So I'm gonna get you out of the sun. What an idiot. So today is day 5, and let's see how many hours I got into this. So let's see, Monday, 2 hours, Tuesday, hour and 45. Wednesday was an hour and a half. Thursday was an hour and a half. Friday was 1 or 6, 7 hours, 45 minutes. Well, that's not even a day's work, Rick. Yeah, you're right. It's not. Some of you might be saying, well, why don't you just take a day and knock that shit out? I needed to show myself that just an hour a day and you can see some forward momentum. And a lot of times, the only thing you really need to do is get a little bit of momentum. And as long as you don't stop moving forward, it'll keep moving forward. And the second reason I decided to do this little exercise, most people are going to take on a project like this, are only going to have an hour or two a day, or 3 or 4 hours a week to tinker away with it. I want to show you how long it's going to take to get this thing into primer from bare metal. There are more cars have been destroyed because people bit off more than they can chew, and they lost interest or whatever, and they either end up scrapping the project altogether or they give it away to somebody else who lets it languish until it completely rots out, and they just throw it away. I don't want that to happen to this car. It's too good a car. My goal right now is not to get it in paint and get it running. My goal right now is just to get it in primer so I don't have to do this crap anymore, and get the engine running and get it back in there so I can at least, if I need to move it, I don't have to push it out. There's no engine transmission in it and it's pretty light. But just to get in it, start it, move it out, move it back in, that kind of thing, If I have to put it on a trailer, I can drive it onto a trailer. and I'm going to just keep plugging away at it an hour at a time. I'm going to take a couple of minutes. I'm going to inventory my materials and see what I have, and I hope it's enough to do what I want to do here. Somebody might think, well, you ain't got a lot of money. Why are you, you know, the fact is, I'm not sticking any money into that right now. I need to stick some time into it, and sometimes that's all it really is. Most people are going to take on a project like this aren't going to have but an hour or two a day, or even, even less than that sometimes to do something like this. And I want a realistic representation of what it's going to take to do something like this. So not only do I have this going right now, I've got to finish that blue one up and decide whether or not I'm going to keep it. I'm leaning towards selling. We'll see if anybody bites for what I want for it. But the coating, the other kit is coming. Should be here next week sometime. The dually, I'm really disgusted with right now because I let it set too long. The long and short of it is I let it set too long. But I need to get back on that at some point. I'm still working on the bus. I'm still working on the bus. And I'm doing a lot of little detail stuff, and I don't think it's really worth filming. And in fact, it takes too much time to film. I guess the principle is if you keep moving forward, then you're going to keep moving forward, and eventually you're going to get that elephant 8. So if I've earned your subscription, please consider clicking that sub button. It's underneath this window. And if you do decide to sub, then click the little bell icon that's right next to it so you can be notified of future uploads. If you like this video and this series, hammer away that like button and share it with your vast social media network. That helps the channel a lot. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And check the links in the description for Amazon links to products and gear and all kinds of stuff. And if none of that stuff interests you, that's okay. You won't hurt my feeling. But, if you are going to peruse on Amazon anyway, I'd appreciate if you went through one of those links to make your purchase. That way the channel can get a little bit of commission, and every little bit helps. Thank you in advance if you can afford to do that. And if you can't, that's okay. That's okay. We're probably related. So until next time, you have fun, stay safe, shoot straight, keep your powder dry, have a splendid day. Oh, you want to see? You want to see? Oh, okay. That's 7 hours and 45 minutes. Thanks for taking the time to watch. Appreciate you, and I'll see you next time.